I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take it anymore! I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take it anymore!
I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take it anymore!
I'm mad as hell and I'm not gonna
take it anymore!
I'm not gonna
I'm mad as hell!
I'm mad as hell! I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take this anymore!
My name is Larry Johnson, and I have a question for you. Is there anything the politicians and the bureaucrats in Washington, D.C., is there anything those people can do to America, to you, that will cause you to say enough is enough? We can't even go to the bathroom without these people telling us what kind of toilets we have to use. I mean, we can barely breathe without them being involved. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And I'd just like to know if there's anything they can do that would cause us as Americans, would cause you to say, that's it, to draw a line in the sand and finally be ready to stand up and say, I'm not taking this anymore. Is there anything that they can do that would cause us to get to that point? Or have they beaten us so badly? Have we become so compliant and so submissive and so concerned about our comfort that no matter what they do to us, we'll just stick our tails between our legs and go, oh, well, there's nothing we can do about it. I guess that's just life. Is that really where we are? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm like the people that you just saw in that video. By the way, that was a clip from the movie called Network. And just like those people you saw screaming their heads off and yelling, I'm mad as hell and I'm not taking it anymore. That's where I am. I am absolutely fed up. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it, but I'm ready to do something about it. And that's why I'm making this video. You see, I've sat down, I've really put some thought into this situation, and I've come up with a solution that is very doable if we get on it and do it in a timely manner. But obviously, I can't do anything by myself. So I'm making the video to share the solution that I have with you, with America. And I'm wanting to know, am I the only person? Is my family the only one who's tired enough of this mess and this crap that we're having to deal with to do something about it? I mean, we keep talking about it. We keep writing books about it. We keep making movies about it. We have marches and rallies and concerts and seminars and training. We do everything but solve the problem. We do everything but what it's going to take to stop it. And that's where I'm coming from. So I want to find out if anybody else is ready to do more than talk about it and respond to it and address it. I want to know if there are enough of you out there to do something about it. So I'm going to take the time here to share my vision with you. It's very simple, and I'm going to ask you for some feedback to see if we have a go. Let me start by sharing some information with you that you may or may not know. Number one, there's no way on God's green earth that these people should be running our lives and dictating to us and controlling us the way they are. There are only 537 of them back there, and that's including the president and the vice president. Not counting the people who voted for this administration, who voted for the status quo, there are over 220 million of us. That's 120 citizens, voters, for every one of them. Now you tell me how in the world they can control things the way they do with a ratio of 220 million to 537 or 120,000 to 1. It makes no sense. But let me tell you how they've been doing it. They're smart. They have us bluffed and they have us convinced that our situation is hopeless. They have us believing there's nothing we can do about it. But I'm here to tell you that's a big lie. 220 million to 537, something is not right. And that's what I want to explain now. What they did, if you remember, if you're old enough to know about Ronald Reagan, they were pissed, if I may use that expression. They were absolutely mortified. And if you look at history, it is as if the left said at that point, never again. The media said, no more. It's scorched earth. We will, if we can help it, never will there be another conservative or another person that those 220 million people will get behind like they did Ronald Reagan. And if you take the time and look, anybody who has stuck his head up, who had any credibility in terms of being someone that people like us would support, it was scorched earth. No holes barred. It was media assassination. That's how they've kept that's part of how they've kept the control the way they have. The second thing they did, and you have to give these people credit, they're shrewd and they're persistent. They systematically, in the last 40 years or so, have taken over every center of influence, public influence in America. They own the education system, they own the media, they own the legal system, they own the political system. They even own our children now. I'm sure I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. But they literally took over, they infiltrated and co-opted every system in America. If you don't buy the leftist line, if you don't buy the liberal line, you are shut out and shut down. So we literally have had no voice. We have had no opportunity to talk or to convince people to believe what we believe or to understand what we understand. We are ridiculed, we are mocked, we are humiliated, we are anything to keep us out. So literally, the way 537 people have been able to control 220 million is by shutting us out of the process and convincing us that it was hopeless, that we are pathetic, that we are lost, that there is no chance. Just lie down and take it. But as I said, I'm here to tell you that's a lie. Now, here is the really big secret they don't want you to know. They have us convinced that we need the media to do what we're doing. They have us convinced that we have to use the political structure, the process that they have set up. That's why we get these ridiculous candidates like McCain and Romney and the Bushes as being our best choice, and that these people are legitimate conservatives. They are the kind of people that we want to get behind. Bull. And we know it. That's why they haven't been able to get anybody to participate. When you look at the actions, and I don't care what party you're in, I'm talking about behavior, people. It's like having a quarter. You have heads and you have tails. But no matter which side you look at, it's still what? The same quarter. When the results are the same, whether there's a D in the office or whether there is an R in the office, I don't care about names anymore. The results tell me what's going on. There's not a nickel's worth of difference. It's just how you get there, from the heads or the tails. So we don't need the system. Here's the secret. With the new technology, the new communication technology that we have today, we don't need the media. We don't need the political structure, and we don't need their big money. You don't need money to network. You don't need money to Twitter. You don't need money for Facebook. You don't need money for Instagram. On and on and on. YouTube. It's a new day. The communication technology has leveled the playing field. So I'm here to tell you, it is not hopeless. It is not impossible. We do not have to put up with or continue putting up with this nonsense. The only thing that's stopping us right now, number one, is knowledge and awareness of what's going on. Now you know. The second thing is, do we have the will? Do we have the desire to stand up in the old-fashioned American way and defend ourselves or do what's right? We still have the right to vote today. And I guarantee you, the first chance they get, we won't have that anymore. But right now, we can still vote. So what I'm saying to you is, it's a new day. If we're willing to put down our toys, put down our iPhones, put down our iPads, stop taking our kids to the soccer games for just a minute or going to the gym and go, you know what? I need to stop and take time out to get this done. Because I'm here to tell you something. If we don't get this done, you won't be able to do any of that stuff tomorrow. And it'll be irrelevant. So what I'm saying is, I'm giving you a solution. I'm explaining to you information you may not have known. All we have to do as Americans is get off our behinds, organize ourselves in every state across this nation, every county, every voting district, do just like they do. They do this stuff. You ever heard of this community organizer thing? They understand the game and what's going on. It's time for us to wake up and get our act together. So that's the reason I'm putting this video together. And in just a minute, I'll explain what I need from you. Okay, here's the plan. I think if you have been around long enough, you'll understand when I say this, that things are so bad back there, you have no way of knowing who you can trust and who you can't. So what we're recommending is we get rid of all of them. Clean house. Every establishment politician in Washington, D.C., and in every state, every county, every city, every elected official. Think of them all as being the enemy. And you have to think that way because if half of them were any good, we wouldn't be dealing with the mess we're in. All it takes is half of them to make the problem go away. So the plan is, there are 220 million of us. There are 537 of them in Washington, D.C. And I think as of 2013, there were like 80-some thousand elected officials at all levels across the country, across the nation. So either way, we have more than enough numbers. All we have to do is get together. Literally, just like they do, we need to figure out, okay, let's just say you live in city XYZ and you have a city council and they've been jerking you around with all kinds of ordinances and whatever. You literally say, okay, we're going to replace whomever you choose on that board. You simply go to the records for the last election and say candidate A is in this position and is being a booger or a pain in the you-know-what, and you want to get rid of him. It took 2 million votes to get rid of that person last time, or 30,000 votes. Well, let's just say it was 30,000 votes for that particular seat. You want to get 40,000. Literally, you put a campaign together where you have rallies, you canvass the neighborhoods, you have meetings in the park, you go to the churches. Do just like they do. Whatever you need to do to get in front of 40 million people, 40,000 people in this case, like we said, and get them to commit. We will join together and vote this person out on this next election and replace that person with someone of our choosing. It's that simple. It's literally groundwork. This doesn't require any genius. It doesn't require any special skills. It's people on the ground saying, I've had enough, and doggone it, whatever we have to do to get these people out of office and get the right people in, we're going to do that. And we're going to make sure before we go to the polls that we have enough people to win that election, because we know how many we need. So we're not sitting back sending out brochures or putting ads on TV and hoping people. No, we're going face to face. We're talking to each other. As a matter of fact, we have it set up in what we call a 2x2. If every person who knows about what's going on and is committed to getting these people out of office recruits 2 more voters. That's how we propagate it. That's how we keep it spreading. 2 get 2 get 2 get 2. You will be amazed at how quickly word will spread, people will get organized, get excited, but we just have to get it in our minds that we are going to do something. So again, the plan is very simple. We want to use our superior numbers, 220 million of us, to get all of them out of office and replace them with brand new people that we choose. And then you know what? All those laws, all those regulations, all those stupid policies and procedures that they harass us with all the time and yank us around, we will be able to rewrite, undo, and create policies that fit what America should be, that are constitutional, that leave us alone and take care of the stuff they should be taking care of. But again, I can't do this by myself. We put a website together. We have all that information there. We've done the research. We've done the homework. We've laid all the pieces out. All we need is for you, America, to decide, I have had enough. As the video said, I'm mad as hell and I'm not taking it anymore. And I'm not going to just talk about it or have meetings about it or have rallies about it or marches or protests. I'm going to do something. I'm going to get rid of the problem. I'm going to work in my community, in my city, my county, my state. And then collectively, as a nation, we will combine for the national elections. We'll already have all the pieces in place. And as I said, we don't need money to do that. All we need is elbow grease. We need shoe leather. We need people who are determined and who will work together. Here's my challenge to you. I've done all I know how to do. I've put everything together. It has been pulling teeth getting people to do more than, oh, that's a nice idea. Oh, wow. And then just go right back to doing whatever they were doing before. All right? I need to know that there are enough of you out there who get it and are willing and ready to do something about the problem. Not just do something about it, eliminate it. Eliminate the problem. Vote them out of office. Okay? I need 10 million of the 220 million. So that's like 5% of you guys, right? I need 10 million of you to go to the website that you see at the end of this video and put your name in and your information to let me know, Larry, I'm with you, bro. We're all over this. We're going to get this done. I get it. I'm not going to just sit back and go, oh, that's just life, or be sorry and pathetic and just move on like nothing's happening. I need 10 million of you to contact me in the next 30 days and say, Larry, I'm on it. I'm ready to go. If I get that, I'll keep working. I'll keep pushing. I'll do all I can to save our country, to save this posterity for our children and our grandchildren. If you guys don't care, nobody wants to do anything, you just want to look at this video, wind it, turn it off, and go like you never saw anything, fine. I can't make you do anything. All I can say is, good Lord, I tried. You gave me a vision. You gave me some insight here. I am sharing it with America. I'm sharing it with the people. If they don't want to do anything about it, at least I can stand before him and say, I did my part. I did my best. But I am praying that we are not as sorry as they think we are, that we are not as pathetic as they are counting on us being. We are not as divided as they believe we are. They're thinking we're too caught up in our personal lives and our games and our programs and our sports and TV shows and reality shows and all that. We're too caught up in our own world to have sense enough to recognize, dang, we outnumber them by that much. All I have to do is take off a little time, help organize this thing, and vote these suckers out. We got another new lease on life. But again, that's it. 10 million in 30 days. Talk to me, America. Let me know if you're with me or if I'm wasting my time. Hope to hear from you.
I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take it anymore! I'm not gonna take it anymore! I'm mad as hell! I'm mad as hell! I'm not gonna take this anymore! I'm mad as hell! I'm mad as hell! I'm mad as hell! I'm mad as hell! I'm not going to take this! I am mad as hell! I'm not gonna take this anymore!